Got it?
There's no point. I wasn't sure what to say if we hadn't found it by then. Was there really a point in meeting up again?
What's with that look? Don't worry. We'll figure it out, I promise. You know what they say. Swimsuits never quit.
What? No, that's not... It's not a thing. And it doesn't make any sense. Besides, why the hell are you cracking jokes
I'm just,
right now?
trying to show you that life is still worth living. After all, if you quit now, there goes any possibility of you ever seeing me in a swimsuit.
Oh, I see. Oh, I am a bit curious.
All right. Looks like we're on the same page. Hey, get moving. We don't have time to stand around.
Fine. Be careful, alright? Check the time on my bracelet as I headed out the crew quarters and into the hallway. It wasn't good news. Only 15 minutes. I need to hurry. Broke into a run. Before long, I found myself in front of Franny. All too often, when you're looking straight in front of you, seemed kind of faded somehow. It might be there long, or maybe Dio dropped it there recently. There was no way to know. In any event, I had to start looking somewhere. You're
Yes.
still here.
The others are taking the people who are asleep to the white doors. I chose to stay here. I thought you might come back.
Why?
Because the atom is here. I thought you might want to use it. Isn't that why you're here?
What? I mean, yeah, I want to know what's going on with me. It's driving me nuts. Hell, I feel sick, but this isn't the time for that. Being a robot isn't going to mean a lot if I die anyway.
Why did you come here then?
Isn't that obvious? I'm trying to find that input thing so we turn
Really?
off the bombs. Yes. Why would I lie?
I see. I seem to have made a mistake. I knew you couldn't use the atom without me. So I stayed behind because I thought I might be able to help. I guess I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. Goodbye.
He turned and headed toward the exit. Wait. Couldn't just let her leave like that. I sighed. How long will it take?
Not more than 5 minutes or so.
Are you sure?
Yes.
25 minutes? Alright, let's do it. Analyze my body. Touch me, Luna. I lay down on the table, then picked up the atom scanner and began to run it across me slowly and methodically. In a few minutes, she was finished.
That's it. You can get up now.
Sat up and hopped off the table. The screen was already starting to show my results. So, what does it say? My eyes were glued to her face, looking for any sign of what the answer might be. She studied the radar for several long seconds before replying.
Well... It says you're not a robot. You're human.
I let out a breath I hadn't realized I had been holding. My relief didn't last long.
But your body isn't entirely human.
What?
You're part machine.
Wait, what are you saying?
Look here. The structure of the bones in your arms isn't anything close to human. They're made out of a titanium alloy. On top of that skeleton is artificial biological tissue. It's also called ABT. Your arms are cybernetic.
What? What does that mean?
Cybernetic? It means a mechanical system that interfaces with a biological one. You see all these root-like things around the titanium bones? Those are artificial nerves. They're probably connected to your own nerves, which is how you can move your arms. I imagine they allow you to feel things through your arms too.
What? No, this is ridiculous. I think replacing my arms with robot ones is something I remember, and I know they weren't always like this. When I was a kid, I broke my arm and they took an x-ray of it. The doctor told me I had really thick bones, that I must have done something pretty insane to break them. When the hell did this happen? Why did somebody replace my arms? Wait. Okay, let's say you're right, and my arms are cybernetic. Wouldn't that mean I don't have to worry about the bracelet going off?
Unfortunately, you probably do still have to worry about that.
Why?
The cybernetic arms are made to function just like real arms, which means they interface with the rest of your body. Which means that anything injected into them is spread to the rest of your body.
How do you know that?
I just do.
It's not an answer.
Yes, you're right. But not everything has an answer. There are some things you just can't explain. Don't you know how that feels? How did you know about the garden? How did you know that Dio planted the bombs? I'm sorry, Sigma. I wish we could talk some more, but our time is up.
Felt my stomach drop. 1 minute. 1 minute. We've only got a minute left.
Sigma, there's one last thing. I was given very specific instructions.
I shuddered. Not because I was scared of what was about to happen, because I was scared of Luna. She was calm, unactive so, like a machine with a human face. We were about to die. How could she be so calm?
Please pay attention. This is very important. You must be sure to remember it.
Remember? I was about to die. How was I supposed to remember anything?
Should you encounter a two-headed lion devouring the sun, remember GTF BM L016.
So I got another part for that password. Oops. GTF DML 016.
With this key, the first gate shall be open to you. There you go. I hope we can meet again someday. I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting.
What? Before she could answer. Boom! The raccoon kaboom. The world exploded into noise and light, and I disappeared along with it. When I came to, I was floating in a field of nothingness. Ooh, another ending. Sigma's end. Alright, give me 1 sec. Now up to... Change this to 6 out of 9. Okay. Back. I could finish this. Let's do that. Finish this one, and then we'll go check out the password. Tell you what, I actually want to check out the password first. Alright. Let me pull this up. We got MILKEVOLI with the password GTFDML. Zero 1 6. Nope. Alright, so I'm not ready for that yet. So we'll go with this one.
What?
Sigma, what's wrong with your hand? There's something white on it. The structure of the bones in your arms isn't anything close to human. Your arms are cybernetic.
Oh, and so in this line, this is where where Dio had the Excelsior and basically killed us. He gave it to us, and now, you know, we've been injected with the Soparil. And now, basically, because we remember that we had cybernetic arms, we're going to be able to save ourselves from dying. Of course, my arms were artificial, titanium alloyed ones within the ABT exterior to mimic human skin. But I had no idea why. Nor did I know when my human arms, which I distinctly remembered having, had been replaced. In that flash of Luna I had seen, I was certain it had never happened. Those things had hardly mattered, though. If I survived, I could worry about them later. The fact that my arms were mechanical, however, that might be useful. Caught up all the strength I had left and stood one more time. What are you waiting for? Why don't you open it already?
What?
Did I stutter? Open the number 9 door.
Sigma, what are you saying?
Looks like you finally gave up. Whatever. I was just about to flip the switch anyway.
Then hurry up and...
Hey, don't rush me. Okay, you've got 9 BP now, right?
Yes?
Well, what do you say? Wanna come with?
I will remain here.
Why?
I cannot abandon Sigma.
Don't worry about me. Go. You have to get outside and call for help.
But
Do you think Dio will? If he's the only one who gets out of here, there's no hope for the rest of us. You're the only one we can count on.
I understand.
Great! Glad we got that settled. Shall we go?
No! Stop!
5 began to move, but it was already too late. Dio grabbed the lever and threw it down.
The number 9 door. It will remain.
It's been fun. Peace!
I promise to call for help and return as soon as I can. Please, do not give up hope.
Yeah, I know. Just get going already. Just you,
Huh?
Kay. As Dio turned to look at me, I crouched. Then, calling on every last bit of strength my wearied body could supply, I launched myself toward him like a coiled spring. I slammed into his legs, knocking him to the floor, and wrapping my hands around his ankle before he could get back up.
Hey! What are you doing, you bastard? The door's gonna close! Let go! Let go, goddammit! Let me go!
He lashed out with his free leg at my head, shoulders, and arms, but I held on. I ignored the pain, tightening my grip with every blow.
Hey! What the hell is this shit? Why are you doing this? I kept my promise, didn't I?
Yeah, so did I. As far as I recall, it didn't say anything about letting you escape.
What? Shit! Stop screwing around, asshole! I have to get out of here. I'm not going to let my sacred mission get fucked up by some self-righteous idiot!
Dio began to pull himself along with his elbows, bit by bit, edging closer to the exit. He was headed straight through the door, but the gate was already beginning to close. With only a few feet to spare before it shut, he crawled across the threshold and beyond the door.
Sigma! Stop! That's enough! Please, you have to let go!
The door's going to shut on you if you don't let go!
Alright. See you later, Dio.
You're an idiot right up until the end, aren't you? Just hurry up and die! You senile old fuck!
No. I'm going to live.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation.
You're welcome.
As the game is escape is please enjoy.
The announcer's voice grated at the inside of my skull. I felt tired, so very, very tired, but my eyes fluttered closed, and then nothing.
Sigma! Sigma!
Finally awake, huh?
Where am I? Rubbed my eyes and slid my legs off the bed to stand up. Well, to be honest, it was an examination table, not a bed, which meant the infirmary, huh?
I guess they carried you out here after you passed out.
You guess?
Well, I wasn't there to see it. I was out just like you. But I was in the AB room. That
Why?
bastard Kay. He punched me in the stomach. I can't believe him. He didn't want me voting, so...
Well, and after he knocked you out, he voted betray, which brought his BP up to 9.
Yes.
So where is he now?
On the other side of the number 9 door. With Dio.
You told him to go, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Is your arm okay? I
Arm.
heard what happened. Cybernetic arms, huh? Can't say I'm surprised. I was starting to get a feeling something was up with you.
I looked down at my left hand. Or rather, I looked down at where my left hand should have been. Instead, there was a stub wrapped in white gauze. I told myself I'd do anything to get the cure, even if it meant letting Dio betray me. But I had a feeling I might come to miss my hand. Oh yeah. How's Quark?
I'm right here.
Quark. Man, I'm glad you're alright. Feeling better?
Yep. Thanks to you. You got the medicine from that jerk Dio, right? Luna gave it to me and now I'm better. Thanks. You're the best, Mr. Sigma. You saved my life.
It seemed they shared stories while I was asleep. Everyone knew now how I made a deal with Dio. And about the journal we found with the Latin in it. Clover and Phi seem to have done most of the talking.
It was completely the opposite of what we guessed. We're not infected. The rest of the world is. That means this place isn't a quarantine facility. It's more like a shelter.
Well, we don't know anything for sure yet. I thought the same thing you did, but then Sigma pointed out a couple of discrepancies.
Yeah, Phi and I have already gone over it, but I explained what I noticed. 1. If we were in a shelter for unaffected people, why had Quark been infected? Any place designed to keep a virus like that out would have a lot of safeguards to keep anything from getting in. That the virus really bypassed all those measures? It didn't seem likely. 2. The timing of our abductions and the pandemic's outbreak was strange. It would make sense if we'd been rescued after the disease had become widespread, but that wasn't what had happened. First we'd been abducted, then the pandemic had broken out. 3. We didn't know why Zero had put us in this notary game. Blah blah blah.
Well, what about this?
We didn't know what Zero put us in our game. If we were survivors he wanted to protect, then why'd he try and kill us? If we were in a shelter, why wasn't it safe?
Maybe someone anticipated the pandemic. I don't know who. Probably Zero. Anyway, they grabbed us before the pandemic really started. Then they put us in the shelter. But then, after a while, he got bored, so he decided to have us play this game to kill time.
Who on earth would make people he rescued play a game where they could die just because he was bored?
Well, we don't actually know if there is poison in this bracelet.
What?
You're the only one who's gotten injected so far. And when you did, it was only Soparil.
What are you saying? That what I did at the number 9 door was all pointless?
No, that's not what I mean.
That can't be it. I'm sure there's tubocurarine in the bracelets. The Atom's analysis confirmed it.
But what if the Atom is lying?
If you're going to do that, then we don't have anything to base any speculations on. You could say that the newspaper article was fake, or that the Latin journal wasn't real.
Or the journal was real, but my translation was a lie.
You made it up?
No, my translation was accurate. I'm just making the point that once you start talking about this stuff being fabricated, it doesn't stop. I don't think Zero is doing this just to take the piss out of a lime.
What?
I was just trying to stress that I don't think Zero would do this to pass the time.
Why did you make that mistake?
However, I do think Clover has half a point.
Well, only half.
That someone did anticipate this pandemic. That part seems reasonable.
Well, if the virus was spread on purpose, then I could see how that might make sense.
Yeah. It's not like Noah put all the animals on his ark after the flood happened. He went around before the rain started falling to gather them all up. Right?
Are you saying that we were rescued because we're all that's left of humanity?
Oh shit, there's still 2 parts? I'm guessing it's someone's ending. So there's gonna be something, and then their ending.
We were brought here because someone knew there would be a pandemic that would turn us into an endangered species? Does that mean we're supposed to repopulate the planet?
Repopulate. I looked around and did a quick inventory. Hottie, hottie, hottie. Hottie. Old man, little kid. 4 women, an old man, and a kid. I like my odds. I meant I was the only young, fertile male. Repopulation, huh? That didn't sound so bad. If that was the case, maybe there wasn't any reason to escape. If the newspaper and journal were right, then the world outside was crawling with a deadly virus. Why would we go expose ourselves to that? This would be the safest, happiest place on Earth.
The game's over. There's no point to any of this now.
No, that's not true. The game might be over, but we've still got a lot of unanswered questions. In fact, we've got even more questions.
So? Are those answers going to open the number 9 door again? It's all over. Why we're stuck here doesn't mean shit. The 8 of us aren't leaving, ever. That's all that matters.
Hey.
You're including the old woman?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? What if the old lady is Zero Senior?
Yeah, you're right. We never even considered that.
But that would mean the person in charge of all this was murdered by somebody. That doesn't make sense.
Maybe she wasn't murdered.
Huh?
Are you saying she was infected with Radical 6? And killed herself?
But we didn't find a knife or any kind of weapon in the AB room with her.
Maybe she was killed somewhere else. And then someone carried her in there.
Maybe I'm the Incredible Hulk.
Well, maybe we should go take a look at her one more time. Maybe we missed something.
Sure, okay. We looked down at the body of the old woman. I was the first to move. Quietly and methodically, she began to examine the woman and her clothes. I just stood there. Even if she was dead, no, especially because she was dead, I just didn't feel right touching her. After a few silent moments, Vi suddenly stopped. She pulled something from one of the old woman's sleeves and held it out toward me.
Looks like an ID card for this place.
Kurashiki.
Since it's got her picture on it, I'd say it's a safe bet the card is hers.
Huh. Looks like her name is Kurashiki. Kurashiki. Ever heard it
Nope.
before?
You?
No. Anything on the back? Ooh. Let me write this down. Oh, I'm guessing that's for the other... for that line with the 2 heads. What is it?
Well, actually it says pass equals Jumpy Doll. So I'm guessing Jumpy Doll is a...
I just want to make sure I spell it right. Kurashiki. Oop. Shiki. Alright, and then the password.
password of some sort.
Is Jumpy Doll. Alright. So after we finish this, we'll go through that password. What the hell does that mean?
Beats me.
Looks handwritten. She must have put it on here herself, so if you want to forget it.
Yeah.
We were still looking the card over when I heard a commotion at the other part of the room.
Alice! What's wrong? Alice!
Oh no!
What are you planning to do with that?
Vi and I turned around and gasped.
Damn it!
We ran to the other end of the room and skidded around the partition.